Yeah, so breaking news. In what is being described as the most daring counterattacks in recent history, the Biafra Defense Force has launched a devastating strike on the major Zoo Army barracks in Anambra. All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform where they give una back-to-back updates. Always here to let people know on how things they be, on how things they share. All right, without further wasting of time, without going into details briefly, this is what it is. Okay, Anambra, the battlefield is shifting in what is being described as one of the most counter attacks, most of the daring counter attacks in history. The Biafra Defense Force has launched a devastating strike on a major Nigerian army barracks in Anambra, reducing the facility to rubble. This move comes just hours after a reported military crackdown in Nnewi, where zoo forces allegedly stormed civilian areas in an aggressive operation. Let me change the tone, or let me restate, or talk about it again. In where they had where zoo forces allegedly stormed Biafra areas in an aggressive operation to eliminate Biafra civilians. My people, that is what happened. Nothing more, nothing less. And that is why this counterattack is happening right now. All right, today full-time news. Eyewitnesses in Anambra reported hearing heavy explosions last night, followed by intense gunfire near the military base. By dawn, the once heavily fortified barracks was in ruins. Yes, with thick smoke rising into the sky, the BDF, in a statement released early this morning, claimed the responsibility for the attack. Of course, calling it a direct response to the unprovoked aggression of the Zoo army in the enough is enough. The Zoo army thought they could invade our land and kill our people without consequences. This is just the beginning. Actually, this is one of the beginnings these people think, or I don't know how many times would have to make it known to them that they have no authority, they have no right to come into Biafra land to do whatever it is they think they deem fit and walk out without getting or seeing, feeling a consequence of whatever it is that is going to happen after whatever action they've taken. According to initial reports, several military vehicles were destroyed, of course, they razed down. The unknown number of zoo soldiers were seriously wounded. This attack had sent shockwaves across the country, with the security forces scrambling to assess the full extent of damage. My people, they would never want to accept fully that this was a full-time takedown. I believe one way or another, it is something that they would want to hide or not want to let everybody know, because of course this weakens their defenses. Okay, the BDS retaliatory strike follows a brutal military operation that took place in Nnewi. Now they are talking about what actually happened that led to this attack. Where sources say zoo forces are carried out mass arrests and burnt homes and clashed with pro-Biafra supporters. Of course, they call anybody pro-Biafra supporters. So far as you are Igbo, they would say anything. Witnesses claim soldiers moved to house, searching for individuals suspected of having ties with the separatist movement. A local resident speaking anonymously described the horror. They said they came in at night and they made a whole lot of noise. Many people ran, of course, to the bushes. Though the zoo military has yet to release an official statement, as it is always with them, sources suggest the operation in Nnewi was part of an intensified effort to crush Biafra's growing resistance. However, this latest counterattack by the BDF signals that the fight is far from over. One thing I would always want to say whenever they try to talk about crushing Biafra's growing resistance is this one thing: you can kill people, but you can't kill a mindset. You can kill an idea. you think you have killed a particular set of people. You think that you have demolished or you have marched down on some set of people because of they are the ones carrying the idea at some particular point. But there will always be people that have also grown to want that kind of idea and that are aiming for those kind of things. And so you cannot stop them without causing a whole lot of issues. And that is one thing they have not come to understand, that Biafra at this point, stopping Biafra or the mindset of Biafra is impossible, because you have to kill a whole lot of people. You have to make it known to the whole wide world that this is what you're doing. And step by step, these people are showing themselves. And it will surely come to the extent where they will be put to shame full time. One after the other, it will come to that, my people. Let's just be watching. And so, as news of the barracks discussion spreads and panic has set in across Anambra, my people, this has caused a wealthy amount of issues, and it will keep on causing kasala until they begin to understand how to.
Ekulum ya openly, but my words fell in a my word failed to, yield any fruit in the minds and in the midst of these people who are insulting me because I am not on their side. Both sides, not only one person. If I play you voice records, voice notes, people are sending me front and back, left and center, insulting me because I am not on their side. Those from the two sides. I'm not saying one person. That is the problem. That I'm not propagating, the gospel, their own gospel. I must leave the Biafra freedom, Biafra restoration, to come and start fighting for them. Not that there's any other thing. I did not do anything wrong. Nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. The anger is that I am not on your side. I am not on your side. I am not on. You are not on my side. You are not on my side. Therefore, you are not on my side. You are not on my. Therefore, you are hypocrite. You are evil. You are a criminal. You are a thief. You are this and that. I didn't steal anything from anybody. I did not even insult anybody. I did not castigate anybody. I didn't call anybody's name and attach him or her with Nigerian, government or whatever. Their anger is onye nke asinama no side ya, onye nke asinama no side ya. Even from the beginning, I made it open that I am not on the side of anybody. They thought I was joking. I said that I will do the same thing that I did to Nelly Ofebu. When they were cooking against the prime minister, they were seriously cooking. I told them, look, what you are doing is not going to work. If you say the prime minister did this or that, do you have any evidence? They have no any evidence. I said, I'm not part of it. They thought I was joking. Until the last day, when they started carrying out the onslaught, they looked for Biafra United, did not see me. You understand? So that is what I'm talking about. Akam di ocha. Akam di ocha. You can go on and call me any kind of name that you like, no problem. Go ahead, insult me, call me names, no problem. I have only one word for you. Akufelosia or Darawo. Just continue. Call me any names, even when I did not even talk to you, when I did not do anything against you. Call me names because you are angry with me. Biafra Unite is not on your side. Call me names, no problem. I will never ever, respond to you. Whosoever that is insulting me, I don't have your time. Go ahead and call me names. Insult me as much as you can. Say whatever you like. The other day, the other idiot somewhere was lying to Biafran people that I have never been involved. I've never joined the media team before. I've never been with them before. Lying. You want to get Biafra with lies and deceit? This same person who was lying that I've never been in the media team before was the same person who was sending me message, begging me to bring him into autopilot media. The same idiot. The same idiot that was lying against me is the same person begging me, sending me WhatsApp messages, which I still have till tomorrow. Sending me WhatsApp messages, begging me, Biafra Unite, to bring him into autopilot media that he wants to join us. It's the same person who came out and said that I've never been part of the media team before. Even as the government was formed, when I successfully defeated the problem that that I had a couple of years ago, I came back to the media and joined back the BLGRE media team. All of them you see today now shouting Biafra Unite, calling me names. They all gathered and went to the BLGRE cabinet to blackmail me. They even took my name to Native Doctor. They sent voice messages asking Native Doctor to expose this man called Biafra Unite. I didn't do anything. They are just envy and greedy because of my exploits. All of them went to the BLGRE. Enough. They set me up with one woman in Chicago, with one called Gaddafi. They ganged up against me. They went to our prime minister, started gossiping me in the front of prime minister, thinking that prime minister will do something, will sanction me or something like that. All of them who are now fighting me, yeah, you must come on my side. You must come to my side. All of them, they were there in the BLGRE cabinet when they were gossiping me, blackmailing me. It looked like that one did not, work. They came back again to cook another false story against me and took it to prime minister. These are the people you want me to come and work with. It is because of blackmail, envy, greediness, annual fool. That's why I left the media team. I am the one who left. Yes, I left. And they all know, as they are listening to me now, they know what I'm saying. I left the media team because of greediness. A top member of BLGRE cabinet then called me and told me, look, your fellow media warriors are angry at you. Father, since you came back, they are no longer getting the amount of views that they used to get when I was absent. A top member of BLGRE who may be listening to me right now told me Kokokom that ndio to gigi na fana na media na ewelegiwe. They are envious about you because since you came back to the media, they no longer gain the amount of viewership they used to get because all Biafrans listen to me. And once they get news from my platform, they are done for the day. As that person told me that, and it did not even take up to 2 months. Boom, as a bid everywhere. Fabrum na gari na BLGRE cabinet, boom na gari na Simon Ekpa's office, gossiping me, lying against me, blackmailing me. With one they called Gaddafi. Was among all of them. They ganged up against me. At the end of the day, I said, okay, and now connected the dot with what that BLGRE top ranking officer in the brigade told me. I connected the door. I said, okay, fine. Kamla Purundi ano wa dia media team kafa mejuo ya anya kam na oro women independent. That is what happened. These are the same people you want me to go and join myself to destroy myself. No. amụgo m ndị Igbo mụọ fa ka akwụkwọ mụtafa ọfụma ọfụma. Amụgo m ndị Igbo ka akwụkwọ mụtafa ọfụma. Abozim ụmụaka. So you can go on and talk against me, say whatever you want to say, talk against me, carry out propaganda, whatever, anyhow you like. And no problem, no problem. One thing is for sure, Akufelusia or Darawo. Everything that I have said already will definitely come to pass. I've never lost a battle before. I've never lost a war before. I've never lost argument before. Because of what? And ndi bosina ọkụkọ na-ajụgbu ajụgbu wee na-eri. I don't go into a battle when I know that I am the offender. When I know that this battle will overwhelm me. No. I don't fight. What I do is I apologize or I beg for, for a waiver. When I know that I am at fault. So anytime you see me fighting, any battle you see me fighting, that means afugum na emenu man inge marry this battle because I come the ocha. You got to go? I come the ocha. Those who said I was paid, at least Odo gave everybody anya now that nobody paid me. Because the two sides are attacking me. They were analyzing me. I saw some group of people that I've never even seen their face before. I just began to see them now. Everybody saying na social media. I forgot opportunity. Or God are gonna bring government. So therefore opportunity I call go. Kaibaba saga. When what followers. And this is the Biafra United Abasa Messia broadcast. Faga analyze ya. Continue. Continue. If you were not there, let me remind you, during the time of DOS, now so they were analyzing me. Some of them went to bring videos from all angles. Oh, let us expose that criminal. Oh, they even called me social media bandit. Are you not aware? They called me social media bandit. So it's not a new thing. Continue. Go ahead. Go ahead. Now, having said this, remember, the title of this very broadcast says, Biafra remains the target. Meaning that it's not whatever, you can say whatever you want, do whatever you like, no problem, but Biafra remains the target. And let me also say this again before going into the main topic. Irrespective of the insults, castigations, and everything, my advice and the ex-Pombunyalogi kadekwa intact. Or kadekwa intact. Anybody who begins to fight for freedom here on ground, not talking about any other thing happening abroad, here on ground, here, I am not going to hesitate to come out and tell Biafrans that the that my advice remains intact. You understand? That advice remains intact. So it's still there. It doesn't matter whoever that insults me, no problem. Call me names, no problem. No problem. On what I phone yapom today, yakali nka Mazi Simon Ekpa. On kwanu nkoni yapom today yeru how 1/4 nka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So call me names, no problem. Insult me anyhow you like, no problem. But please, if you know you are serious, my advice is still intact. I will still come out and tell Biafran that you are the one fighting for Biafra. It doesn't matter the name you call me today. I will still come outside and tell Biafran that you are the one fighting for Biafra. I want to see that fight here on ground, not on the internet. Now, let's move on.
The name Bello Turji has come up a number of times, and I know he's just one of those kingpins that you have had, that your agency has been working on for a while. What's the update?
Yeah, the update is that since he knows we have been after him, he has been operating underground, and we're conducting shaping operations. What we have been doing of recent is we're picking everybody that's close to him. All those giving him support one way or the other, we are picking.
Sorry, this is not the main video that I wanted to play. Just a moment.
General, what about Simon Ekpa?
Eba kan cholo ka ige. Listen. Remember, n'isi sekpu nti agbado. Isi sekpu nti agbado. After, as long as Biafra struggle is concerned, the topic at hand now is the release of our Prime Minister. People are angry that I called for worldwide protest. Apart from the zoo, I made it clear from the beginning. I am not calling for any protest in the zoo, be it in Biafra land or outside Biafra land. As long as the zoo is concerned, I am not calling for any protest in the zoo. You understand? So, let it sink very, very well. I am not calling for any protest within the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. You understand? So, the worldwide protest that I'm calling for does not stop anybody from doing whatever they are doing, believing in, they are fighting for Biafra or related to Biafra restoration movement. Whatever you are doing, I am not coming against you. I am not coming against it. I am not fighting against you. I am not doing any exposition against you. No, I am not. Like what I said in the beginning, you cannot go inside and mess shit everywhere in the house. Then you run outside to call Biafra United to come and help you clean it. I don't do that. Please go ahead with whatever you are doing in the name of Biafra Restoration Project. Go ahead, please. I am not fighting you. I am not against your doings. Please go ahead with it. Please. The nationwide protest that I'm calling for is for all Biafrans to join hands for the release of our Prime Minister. I don't see any reason anybody will come against it. I am a Biafran. I have 100% right to call for protest for my Prime Minister. It must not come from a certain individual. Anybody who's in as long as Nezibife will all carry it out. I am not against you. I'm not against any government. I'm not against whatever you are doing. Go ahead and do your thing, please. But coming out to attack me for calling for worldwide protest for the release of our Prime Minister, in case you don't know, is highly suspicious. Let me advise those who are calling me names for calling for a protest. So, those of you attacking me for calling for protest, angry with me because I'm calling for protest, go and ask yourself important question, please. Ask yourself, who are you working for? Who are you working for? Who are you fighting for? Are you working for Biafra? Are you fighting for Biafra? Or are you fighting for something else? Because I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason any human being will be attacking me for calling for a protest. I don't see any reason about that. No reason whatsoever. Unless ifem na eche aburokwu ifi na eche. As a Biafran, And as somebody who believes in our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, I have the reason, I have the right to call for a protest on his behalf. And this protest does not stop anything that you are doing. It's not a slap to your face. It's not an insult to you. So don't discourage Biafrans to protest. Don't discourage them because it's coming from Biafra Unite or because it's coming from someone else that you don't like. Don't discourage Biafrans. Let Biafrans do what they think that is right for their prime minister. Mazi Simon Ekpa did not call for protest worldwide for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But at least we are doing something for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. Number one, we are doing sit at home for his release. And number two, the delegitimization of the zoo was on another level when PM was free and was here with us. So these two things are already enough to fight for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no matter how long it takes. You understand? No matter how long it takes, we were doing something. At the same time, the lawyers are there representing him in the court. So our PM, who is behind bars in Finland, we cannot be hoping for the lawyers alone. I know they may be trying their best, and I still know at the end of everything, our PM will still win because Finland is a country that believes in freedom. You understand? Finland is a country that believes in freedom. So, with our protest, it will go a long way. It's going to go a long, long, long way. Yes. So please, it's just a word of advice. I am not stopping anybody from doing whatever they are doing. Go ahead, please. Go ahead to do whatever you are doing. I am not stopping you. I have said it already that the protest that I'm calling for will not take place in the entire zoological republic, both in Biafra land and any other part of the zoo. Now let's listen to Musa.
General, what about Simon Ekpa?
I'm sure he's cooling off somewhere, and legal action is going to be taken accordingly. So I don't want to say much about that, but I'm happy that he has been arrested. And the government of the federal government have actually forwarded most of the requirements to the Finnish government. So I'm sure the right thing will be done.
Okay. I'm going to show you another video to begin with.
Today in the news.
I'm sure, yeah.
It.
1 minute.
The Finnish government. The Finnish government has assured Nigeria of collaboration on the case of the factional leader of the separatist indigenous people of Biafra, Simon Ekpa, who resides in Finland. Finland's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Elina Valtonen, provided this assurance during a press briefing in Abuja on Tuesday. Ekpa, who resides in Finland, leads a faction of IPOB known as Autopilot, which has been pushing for the creation of an independent state of Biafra encompassing Nigeria's southeast and parts of the south-south regions. He is also alleged to have played a key role in instigating violence in Nigeria, particularly through the enforcement of a controversial sit-at-home order and other attacks targeting security personnel. Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga, had engaged in high-level discussions with 5 Nordic delegates who confirmed that Ekpa's issue was central topic in his discussion with Valtonen.
So, this very news that you just listened to right now is a video from a particular news website called WION.